Good morning and welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. Woohoo! I slept really well last night. I slept so well that I didn't want to get out of bed this morning, and I'm wondering if that didn't have something to do with the word art this morning. Can we start with that instead of ending with it? Because I had this great post around the word art. Good morning, Opa. I had this great post around the word art, and somehow it magically disappeared this morning. It was already shared 10 times and it disappeared. So I'll probably have to rewrite it later or just let it slide and share with you. But it did have a lot of meaning for me. Let me just show it to you in case you didn't see it. It's even if we could, and honestly, I doubt that we could, I'd prefer to sleep in. Everything seems easier after a good night's sleep. Now, if you just read the words, it sounds like I'm saying, don't even bother, just go back to sleep. That is not what I'm saying at all. Can we talk about this for a minute? Good morning, JB. I'm in kind of a slurpy mood today. Here's what I meant by that. Sometimes when you wake up, you know that foggy kind of feeling, thumbs up if you get what I'm talking about here. You know it's time to wake up, but your body is not ready, your brain is not ready. What I'm suggesting is that you actually give yourself an extra few minutes to just lay there and wake up. Let it settle. If it's a choice between getting up at the moment you think you're supposed to get up and having a lousy day, or sleeping in for a half an hour and getting the fuzz out of your head, I say get the fuzz out. Now, I'm not telling you do that so that you're late for whatever you agreed to do that morning. What I am saying is, and I said this in the original post, sleep responsibly. What do I mean? Go to bed at a reasonable hour. If you're having trouble getting up in the morning, try going to bed a little earlier. Don't play games on your phone or text in bed. As Tracy will tell you, and what do I say, what do I do? She has a technology-free zone in her bedroom. There is no texting, no telephone, no TV in her bedroom. That room is for sleeping. Sleeping is one of the best things you can do for your body. It's rejuvenating. You need sleep. And I'm not telling you sleep so that you don't get everything else that you need to get done. Get it done. What I'm saying is, if you sleep well, everything is easier. Everything. Okay? That's my preach for today. Sleep, my friends. Good morning, Indy. I see you there. Good morning, Marlene. I'm glad you're here for laughs. I am glad you're here for laughs. I'm just saying, get some sleep, for crying out loud. I do have a clock in my bedroom because I love to know what time it is when I wake up, because then I can gauge, I've got 4 hours more of sleep time, or really, I only slept for an hour? That was so restful. It seemed like 20 hours. But each time I put myself back to sleep. That's it. Sleep. It does the body good. Do you know that it has been 1,000,000 days? Get this now. 1,000,000 days since the founding of the Roman Empire. That's going to be your big trivia for today. When people say, hey, what's going on? You go, did you know it's been 1,000,000 days since the Roman Empire was founded? Today, it's 1,000,000 days. Today, it's also 1 year since the World Health Organization declared an international pandemic. Do you remember that feeling of, this is surreal? This is like living in the twilight zone. And now so much of it is just the way life is. I had to go mail something the other day, and I had to do it at the post office, which I avoid, even though I'm double vaccinated, I avoid as many places as possible still. It's the new way. But here's what I noticed. Not only were people really nice to each other through their masks, but you open doors with your elbows. Have you noticed that? Push doors get opened with your elbows, and you can still hold a door for someone, but you stand 6 feet away with your elbow holding the door. The world has changed in a lot of ways, and I'm not sure we're ever going back to a lot of those old ways. I think that might be the way it was, and now it's the way it is. Okay, Sandy Cease, if you're watching, this one's for you, baby. It is Popcorn Lovers Day. It doesn't get any better than Popcorn Lovers Day. You know I am a popcorn fanatic. So, Cindy, we have popcorn every day at 4 o'clock. We do. Seriously. I mean, one of us will say to the other, did you see what time it is? And we will sit down, we'll each have our couple hundred calories worth of popcorn, something to drink, and that's our snack. And it keeps us totally busy and full until afternoon. And I love popcorn. So I discovered these skinny pop. I'm not sure what they're called, but they're like this big, flat little like chip things of popcorn. They're like 5 calories each. 20 of them, you don't want to eat anymore. You're full. Oh my God, they're so good. And they're on sale right now if you buy 5 bags. The question is, do I want to buy that many? Because I could put them away, but would I put them away? They're that good. I might eat them all, and then it would defeat the purpose. Okay, so the question is popcorn. How do you eat your popcorn? Some people like it buttered. Not me, I like plain. Some people like no salt. Not me, I like salt. Some people like flavorings on their popcorns. My kids, my daughter and son-in-law and grandson, they like spicy popcorn. Some people like cheesy popcorn. Remember the big deal used to be you'd buy those big tins that were divided and it would have like 6 different flavors of popcorn, or there's always caramel corn. Caramel corn's not bad, but me, I'm a purist. I like vanilla ice cream. I like plain popcorn. Oh, I love it. And we did a taste test. I'm not going to lie. Orville Redenbacher, he did a really good job on popcorn. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. And if you buy it online, you can buy these huge containers of it. They last for a while, and they're like a third of the price of what you pay in the grocery store. Look on Amazon for Orville Redenbacher in the great big containers. It's worth it. Oh, it's so worth it. Popcorn. Love popcorn. The Chicago mix of popcorn is cheddar and caramel. Cheddar popcorn and caramel popcorn. Oh, you know what else is really good before I move on? What's the kind that's sweet and salty both? They sell it at street fairs all the time. It's like addictive. It is so crunchy. It is so deliciously crunchy. Somebody remind me, what do you call that? What do you call that popcorn? Kettle corn. Yes. Oh, whoever invented kettle corn, hats off to you. Thank you. Thank you, Marlene. Yes, kettle corn. I've never made it. Oh, I would love to try making kettle corn. It's so good. But don't you have to have one of those like big kettles to do that? Zebra popcorn. I'm guessing that's with chocolate running through it, huh? Kettle corn. Oh, yum. Okay. It is so much more than Popcorn Lovers Day, although to me that is like the most important thing of the day, except for the Lord is good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me the things I need, the sun, the rain, and the apple seeds. The Lord is good to me. That was from a record that was done in the 40s. It was actually like 4 records in this set of the 78s that had belonged to my mother, I think, and was passed down to me. And it was The Legend of Johnny Appleseed. And that was his theme song. I listen, and Dennis Day did the recording. It was like one of my favorite records to sit and listen to. put on number 1, put on number 2, put on number 3, and listen to the whole story of Johnny Appleseed. I thought that guy, John Chapman, was like the best thing in the world. You know the story. He went from Massachusetts across the country, spreading apple seeds and what wisdom and sharing, and people would pay him with a book, and the next place he got to, he'd give them the book and the apple seeds and get some food. And oh, Johnny Appleseed, bless your heart, and thank you for doing what you did. And thank you for whoever came up with Fuji apples, because I love Fuji apples. So let us honor Johnny Appleseed today. John Chapman, you done swell. It's World Plumbing Day. You might want to check yours. Just make sure you don't need any little touch-ups. I know we could use a plumber around here for a lot of little things. Although we did have water put to Casita Sandita the other day, and we tested the sinks, and it's all working. It's so exciting. Casita Sandita is just about ready to rock and roll. According to Shakespeare, I'm not sure this is true, and I can't ask Shakespeare to verify it. In 1302, Shakespeare said that today is Romeo and Juliet's wedding day. I don't know if that's true, but you might want to celebrate. Romeo and Juliet, wherefore art thou, O Romeo? It's 311 day. Many counties and states across the country have this. You can dial 311 for non-emergency reporting. You know, like there's a car parked in front of your house that shouldn't be there, or the street lights didn't go on, or the garbage didn't get picked up. Whatever it is that you've got going on that's a non-emergency, try dialing 311. See if it works in your area. It's promposal day. I don't know if people even do proms anymore, do they? And I mean, come on, it's March. Do you really invite someone to prom in March? It seems kind of early, but this is the day that if you're going to invite someone to the prom, you come up with some ridiculously fabulous way of doing it and then videotape it. Whatever. It's a holy day today. It is National Worship of Tools Day. Just saying. Time to go out in your garage and get all those tools lined up on the wall properly. Put everything together that goes together. Clean up your hammers. Go out and buy yourself a new screwdriver today. Worship your tool day. Yeah. It's also World Kidney Day. And I mention that again because if you have kidneys that aren't operating properly, you got a problem. So be aware of that. Go out there, make a donation. And I'm not saying give a kidney, although God knows that would be a wonderful thing to do. But let's get out there and help the people who are suffering with that one, huh? By the way, National Worship Your Tools Day. Isn't that a great metaphor for go out today and sharpen your tools? What does that mean? The metaphor of it, I mean. That means clear up your head. Get your mindset straightened out. If your tool in life is money, straighten out your money situation. If your tool in life is drawing, get your pens or your brushes in order. Whatever your tool is, whatever you use to do what you do, sharpen it up a little bit today. This is also the anniversary of Charles Van Doren's game show scandal. I don't know if you remember that, because 1958 was a long time ago. But there was this show called 21 where you had to answer these questions. And he won like, I don't know, like $130,000 on this show, which was a huge amount of money back then. Still is a pretty huge amount of money to win. And they found out that he'd been fed the questions in advance and he knew the answers. Ooh, scandal. Finally, it's Lawrence Welk's birthday today. And a 1 and a 2. I delivered balloons once to Lawrence Welk from his son for his birthday. I did. I got to meet Lawrence Welk. Whatever. Wasn't all that cool. Um, well, we'll see if they have prom. I'm looking at the prom questions, and apparently prom is usually at the end of April or the first part of May. So maybe mid-March is a good time to invite someone to prom. It's possible that they have prom this year. It does seem like things are opening up all over, and I've just got my fingers crossed that herd immunity will have taken place, so we don't end up starting this whole thing all over again. But I must say it is heartwarming to know that people can be reunited if they've been vaccinated. I've been double vaxxed, you know that. And apparently they're lifting the ban on going into old folks' homes and hospitals and things like that. They're starting to lift some of those bans across the country. Oh, Marlene, I just love that you're here. Thank you. Thank you. And anytime anybody needs some cheering up, let me know. It's my job. That's why I'm here. You know, I don't get paid to do this. I do it because I want to do this. And I mentioned that because yesterday when I played tennis, I played with a couple I'd never met before. And they said, "You're the happiest person. What do you do? Are you retired?" And I said, "Well, yes and no. I work a lot, but not for money." And they started laughing and they said, "Well, what does that mean?" So I started telling them what I did and they got so into it. It was so cute. So if you're here watching me today, Beth and Keith, hi, and have a safe trip back to Detroit. All right, folks, that's it for today. Wrapping it up. Oh, Fritzy report. She's awesome. She's just awesome. I don't know what else to tell you. Um, Bailey and I have been going to the window to say hi, and she gets very excited, except the one day that it was really windy and she was cold, and she said she couldn't do it because it was too cold. So, peace and sparkles. Oh, and a sip and a smile. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.